Right, there we go.
Oh, now stay with
Right, so hello everyone. This is A Girls Night In. It has been a while since we've done one of these. I am Ashley, or have you known me as Anime Angel. Today we have Lenny and we have Nadia. Woo! Yay! So we're just going to get started. So with the Girls Night In, it has been in the past very much like, I want to say rambling, but we've just been talking about different topics and things, whatever comes to mind. This time, we are going to have topics and segments now. We're going to be fancy about it. So our first segment that we're going to do, we're just going to jump right into it because I think we're going to have a lot to talk about. It's called Fandom Freakout. So ladies, what have you been freaking out about lately? And this can be because of the Panic at the Disco concert tour. We haven't really, you know, the Paramore tour, the Backstreet Boys concert, however you want to metaphorically say about the pandemic. It's been a while.
the panorama.
Panorama. Panda Express.
Fire
Panda Express, however you want to say. What are some fandoms and things that you have been freaking out about for, it could be this month or for the past 2 years since we've talked? Actually, probably more. It's been a few years. Sorry about that.
You want to go, Lenny?
Oh, sure. Well, my first thing has been Amphibia, which just recently ended. So I've been absolutely flipping out and with all the fan theories and everything. I feel it in my heart. It was bittersweet. It ended well though. I'm glad. I still want more because it was fun, but I like that. The Owl House is another one that I'm flipping out about, mostly because Ida is my spirit animal. And she's basically everything I hope to be when I grow up. And Hell of a Boss. I've been waiting for Hell of a Boss season 2 that they're starting this month. I have been on the edge of my seat for it. I can't wait to see what Vivzy Pop does next.
Nadia, what about you?
I've been on my like Korean horror and like drama binge. Like, oh my God, during COVID, like me and my boyfriend, all we watched was Korean shows. Like I didn't watch anything in English for like a good couple months. Like all of us were dead. I was like, so I freaking loved it. I thought it was so much fun. I thought the zombies were amazing, and like the whole spoiler alert, how they kind of took some things from their personal or like what they had before. And it was kind of like a different take on zombies, and like some of them could actually think and stuff. So it was wild. I loved it. I'm really hoping we get a second season. My other favorite was obviously, sorry, I can't think right now, Squid Games. I thought it was like some of the best writing I've seen on television. I haven't gotten to yet though the Korean Money Heist, because Money Heist is one of my favorite series. But now apparently there's a Korean version, so I might dive into that. And then what was the other one? Oh man, it was something with water. Oh, it's gonna bother me right now. It was freaking, hold on. Let me look it up.
Yeah, definitely look it up. I'm gonna take notes.
It's actually with the actor from Squid Games. It's bothering me. I can't remember the name because it was like some of the best storytelling like I've ever seen. Korean.
Have you seen Girl from Nowhere?
Sci-fi? No.
That's really good.
Sci-fi Netflix.
It's Thai, not Korean.
Is it called Bride of Water or Bride of Habak? I probably butchered that. Sorry.
Definitely with water.
Water. Okay.
The Silent Sea. Okay, The Silent Sea.
The Silent Sea. Okay.
Yes. Oh my God. Okay. So The Silent Sea is starring, give me 1 second. I should have wrote this down.
If we wrote down every fandom we're into, we have no paper left.
So Gong Yu, and Bae Duna. I hope I'm not butchering them. Han Yoon Jae, and yes, so Gong Yoo, he's from Squid Games, and we know him from the Train to Busan. And then Bae Doona, she's gonna be like, I think she's gonna be the new It thing. She's gonna be actually be in the new Zack Snyder movie, but she played the scientist in it. And basically, it's kind of like if we run out of water, and like water kind of becomes like monetized, and there's like a way to access it in space, but there's something that they're not telling the scientists, that all the people that were there before died, and they're not telling them what happened. Like it's crazy.
Ooh,
I think that was
sounds
probably
interesting.
my favorite thing I've seen like this whole time.
Okay.
The Silent Sea, yeah.
Is it SEA or is it like the actual like C?
SEA.
SEA. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I've been also slacking on my K-dramas as well as anime. So bad at me. Okay, awesome, Nadia. For me, I think I've been really into like Critical Role and watching a lot of like D&D shows a lot lately. One, to get inspiration for me to start writing again, because I've been in like perpetual writer's block for a few years now. And I really want to start my own campaign. So I've been trying to like get ideas, trying to like know the rules as best as I can, type of thing. Like I've already started creating the world that I want to do. So it's based off of like Greek mythology. I already have the books for it. So now it's just trying to find the group for it. So I've been really into that. I've been starting also to read manga a lot more. So I'm trying to like also get back into reading because I just miss reading for fun and not for work. Everyone is really loving the anime Spy X Family. And I haven't seen the show, but I'm reading the manga of it. And it is the cutest thing ever. It's really good. The writing is really good. So basically it's about the spy who needs to have a family in order to infiltrate the school, in order to like assassinate like this big higher up person. And so he gets a wife, but the wife is secretly an assassin. And then he has to get a child and to get enrolled into the school, and he gets an orphan, and the orphan can read minds, but they all do not know about each other. Ooh. So it is the most cutest thing ever. Anya is the child, and like she's the star of the show. Like she is so cute, her facial expressions and just like the way that like in the manga especially, she can tell what her papa is thinking about. And so she will do things like if he says like, oh man, I wish this child would do this, and she would say something or do something that doesn't make him suspect that she's reading his mind, and he's like really thinking nothing of it. So it's super cute. I highly recommend that. The last K-drama that I was getting into, it's called Mystic Pop-Up Bar. That's been really good. Basically it's about this woman who has to serve people in this pop-up bar for so many people. So she has to get to a certain number, and then she'll be like free from her contract. And she helps them through different means. There was also another K-drama that I started. I forgot the name of it. But it's also kind of supernatural. It's supernatural too. And it's about this woman that gets, I guess you could say, resurrected from hell in order to help out this company, try to transfer souls safely into the afterlife. And then you have these different factions. So like one faction is about like the technology aspect. So like they give phones to be like, this is how much emotion this person has. And if they reach this threshold, they're trigger warning, they're about to like commit suicide. So you have to go there and try to like prevent them to stop it. So that's like her group is trying to prevent suicide. And then there's other groups that are like assassin groups who are there to literally take that soul forcefully. And they always are like butting heads. I forgot the name of it, but it's so good. I think
Not Hellbound, right?
is it hell? It might be Hellbound.
I feel like I remember one Hellbound that was like a little.
Yeah, Hellbound seemed to be like that. They had the cult in it.
Like it was more monsters that would come and like take you out.
You get like a message that you're
Oh.
gonna die from an angel.
Oh no,
Yeah.
it wasn't. It's not
might
that
be-
one. It wasn't that one. It was. Oh, no, it's not. It's not good.
Yeah, there's so much now. That's what I'm really excited about with Netflix. There's so much good content now.
Yeah.
It's a lot. I have to check Netflix later. I'll see if I can put it in the description and it'd be like, Ashley found it. But yeah, so and then again, I'm just trying to get back into anime and stuff like that. So the last anime that I remember watching was Fire Force, and I really liked that one. And yeah, that's really it. I think the biggest thing that I've been watching is like D&D shows. That's been like my bread and butter as of now. So yeah, also waiting for Hell of a Boss 2 as well. Hell of a Boss is really, really good show. So yeah, I haven't watched any like Disney like movies or anything like that. I haven't been going to movies at all. And I'm not really a movie person, so I think that's why. But speaking of which, not speaking of which, never mind. I thought I would segue right in there. It didn't work. So our next topic that doesn't have to do with movies is called Mana. I don't even know her. So you can tell me that that's the corniest title ever. I don't care, we're keeping it. So this segment is about games that we have been playing or want to play, and things that we've been, games that we've decided that are coming out soon. So yeah, so ladies, what are some of the games that you're excited about playing or are playing this year or from the previous years since we last talked?
Well, mostly the games I've been playing are things that I backed on Kickstarter. I'm playing a turn-based mature RPG called Kiseki Mura. I'm frustrated with it because I just can't seem to get the right potions and I keep getting defeated in certain levels of combat. It's the kind of frustrating that makes me want to keep grinding, not that I want to give up. And also Corpse Factory, which is more like a visual novel with only like a couple of choices peppered here or there. Basically about a girl who runs a website where you submit a name and she'll send a picture of this person's death to that person in the hopes that the person will kill themselves or die in that way.
So like Death Note, but just more personal.
Photos.
Yeah, but except there's like no supernatural element to it whatsoever. It's more like she feels that by sending the picture, it plants the seed that makes it happen. And she wants to feel like she's a puppet master, but not really. Like it could happen or it could not happen.
Right.
But I know it spirals. And the only thing that I complain about in the game is that she is way too irresponsible with people finding out who she is. Like she has a day job in an office and she'll like, oh yeah, someone submitted my boss's name. And she'll run up to her coworker like, hey, I heard that happen. And no one said anything. Like, why did you spill? Don't spill. And so, you know, and I'm curious to know where it's going because it's actually starting to get into the meaning of the title. So it's going away from her magic with Photoshop to actual bodies. So I'm interested in where it's gonna go. It's getting very it seemed like lighthearted, silly, kind of like Death Note at first, like it was a little bit silly, but it's getting dark. So I'm enjoying that.
Okay, awesome. Nadia, what about you?
I covered for ONG Tribeca Games. And I'm more of like a PlayStation gamer. Sony head for life, but I did play some Xbox games there where I was almost like ready to trade.
Convert.
But I'll be a Sony head for life. But one of the games that stood out to me was called As Dusk Falls from Interior Night Xbox Game Studios. I'm very big on like storytelling and like story-driven games, like games with a narrative. So I enjoy more like third-person adventure kind of games. But I also like, I don't know if you girls are familiar with like Telltale games. Yeah, so this game really stood out to me because it's kind of like a similar premise where it's like based on narrative. So it's like all the decisions you make can affect every outcome in the game. But this one was a little different. It's definitely heavier themes, way more adult, but you can play multiplayer. So that I found like fascinating. Like it was super cool. I got to like play the demo. Basically, like it's this guy who's on like a road trip with his family, his little daughter, his wife, and his like estranged father who's like back in the picture. And like you see there's some tension with him and his wife. You don't exactly know why they're moving across the country. Like it seems like they might be on the run, something happened. And now they're like moving and he's gonna get a new job. And they go into this town where these guys like run them off the road and they almost get in like a major accident. So they end up like they can't use the car anymore. So they stop in like this motel. And then I don't want to like spoil anything, but basically like the people that almost ran them over, you get to play as them too. So it's crazy because like you see like this story playing out and then you see this story playing out and then you see like why people do what they do. And then like, it's just one of those games that's going to mess with your head. Like, but
Those are the best kind.
yeah, I was like, oh my God, I will buy an Xbox for this game. I need to figure out how to continue playing. But I forgot how many people they said it can go up to, but it was like a big amount. So I thought that was pretty awesome. Cause like I could be like, oh, I'm gonna agree with my wife. And you'll be like, no, I rather agree with the dad. So it's kind of like we can like see what will play out.
Oh, that's cool.
Another game that I played was A Plague Tale Requiem. This is actually a sequel.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my God. It was so dope. So this one, I think this is gonna be later in 2022. Consoles and PC. Yeah. So this game was beautiful. I love the gameplay. Kind of similar to like Last of Us, where it's like you choose like if you want to be stealthy or if you want to attack, so you can like hide behind bushes or like start like just run out. Like it's so good. And then basically it's like during the plague and like medieval kind of times. So it's like different weapons and like shooting like rocks and like deciding when like to shoot a rock with fire and like stealthily attacking like an army and like dealing with the crazy plague of rats and like it's sick. I loved it. I really can't wait for that game.
Awesome. Yeah, I've seen I haven't played it, but I've like seen the walkthrough with the first game, and it's really like this story is very interesting, and the way that they taken the plague and added like that supernatural element to it, where I guess in a sense that if you put magic into like the historical context of it, you can kind of see it playing out throughout Europe. Okay, awesome. I'm getting back into Monster Hunter Rise, and it's just a lot more fun playing with friends. So I have some friends online that I play with. So I've been jumping back into that. I love simulation games, so I've been trying to go back into like Planet Zoo and Stardew Valley. There's a game that's called Sunhaven that's really cute, that's really good. I've been getting back into The Sims because they're adding new expansions such as High School at the end of this month on the 28th, which I'm excited about. And they added werewolves. So now you can be a vampire, a mermaid, an alien, and a werewolf now.
Damn,
Nice.
I haven't played since like The Sims like 3.
3? A lot has changed, yeah.
Never played Sims
what
at
is it
all.
even on now?
4. It's still on 4.
Oh, it's only 4?
Yeah.
I feel like I stopped playing like a decade ago. Oh man, I gotta see what it looks like now.
I think it's been about a decade since 4. But yeah, so So it's just very interesting. I like The Sims 3 Supernatural because you could have been a pixie, and they don't have pixies yet. Oh yeah, you can also be a wizard as well.
Oh wow.
So those are called like occult sims. So you can be like all those things, and like you can mix and match genetics. So like I did it recently where my husband was a mermaid, and then they have 2 kids. So the teen daughter is the mermaid, and my toddler son is human because she's human. So this is really interesting, and they have 2 dogs. So I've been getting back into that. What else have I been playing? I finished the Kirby game, the new one, the Forbidden Lands, when it came out, and it was so adorable. It was so cute. Persona 5, of course, as my background indicates. Love that game. Persona 5 Strikers is an amazing sequel to the game. It's on the Switch, highly recommend. And actually, all 3 games, Persona 3, Portable, Persona 4 Golden, and Persona 5 Royal are all coming to the Switch next year, and I'm super excited. So if you haven't played a Persona game, I think like these 3 games really are really good to have in your library. Like Persona 3 was like my introduction to the Persona series, and a lot of people, their introduction was Persona 4, and now the newer generation, they're really into Persona 5 as their like the base one. So I'm really excited for that coming out. That's going to be a first day purchase for me because I'm a huge Persona fan. Pokemon, I'm really excited that's coming out, the new Pokemon game with the new starters. Seeing bits and pieces of like the trailer of it, and that looks really fun. And this time you can have multiplayer, which Justin has been chomping at the bit to play with me and like to battle and everything like that as trainers. So I'm excited for that. Let's see what else is. There's a lot of games coming out. Oh, I was about to say Thor. That's not it. But
Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed. Yes.
The Ragnarok.
Yes.
Yeah, Ragnarok. That's the one that's coming out.
Yes, but it's God of War. Yes, God of War Ragnarok.
Oh, God of War.
God of War,
Sorry,
God of War.
I'm thinking of the Assassin's Creed Vikings.
Yeah. That
was my first thought.
Yes, that I want to get. But God of War Ragnarok is coming out. That looks like the new trailer just came out, and that looked chef's kiss. It looks.
Oh my God, yes. So that and the Resident Evil 4 remake.
Yes.
Oh,
That's all I need.
Yes, and the Resident Evil 4, I don't know what happened, 4 remake, isn't it coming out later this year?
I hope.
Isn't
I
it?
can't wait.
Is it? let me check.
Yeah, as soon as they started doing the remakes, I was like, 4. It's my favorite.
Yep.
As long as they don't do 5, 6.
I like 5. 5 is when it just like a little hint. But
Yeah.
once it hit 6 is probably the only Resident Evil game I never finished.
6 is kind of,
6 is
it's
bad.
hard. 6 is kind of hard to swallow.
It was bad.
Yeah.
I was like, this is not Resident Evil. And then 7 brought horror back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. 7 was amazing. No, I'm not talking about the movie. Excuse you. Hell, I can't believe the first Resident Evil came out in 2004.
Oh, geez, make me feel old, why don't you?
No, it's before that.
No, 2005. Yeah, is it so Resident Evil 4, the movie, came out January 11th, 2005. Oh, okay, never mind. It's March 24th, 2023. So
2023. I can't wait that long.
yeah, just in time for the spring.
Yeah.
This whole year.
I know. But it's good though, because I wouldn't want them to rush it.
Mm-hmm.
I would want them, if they're literally doing it from the ground up with graphics and adding a few new things here and there, then I'm all for it to be in March.
Yeah, because RE2 remake was amazing.
Yes.
3 was still good, but it was a little rushed.
For sure. And speaking of Telltale, they released, I think a couple months back, but The Wolf Among Us
2, right?
game.
They're back.
Oh, thank goodness. I love those games.
I know. I was so heartbroken. So I'm happy
Yeah.
to be back.
It's like,
It's
yes.
so underrated.
It's
Like they
so
milked
good.
Walking Dead so much and just let Among Us like just drop. And I'm like, why? This is so cool. Fables is the best universe.
I love Fables.
Yeah.
Fables is one of my favorite universes.
Although the Walking Dead games were better than the show at one point. Like,
Yep.
True.
Way
And I
Way
haven't
better.
really seen The Walking Dead, and I've seen like a few walkthroughs of like the Telltale, and
yeah,
Mhm.
I like the Telltale version better.
the game
than
made
seeing
me cry.
clips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I stopped watching the show when they killed that girl who's trying to be a doctor. Like one of the 2 plus size characters in the show, and she was lesbian dating one of the other characters.
Oh, I don't even know.
And then out of nowhere, she's dead. I'm like, you know what? I'm kind of sick of this. Like they
I
get
didn't
one
care
grand
about
speech and then gone.
any
Second you care about them, they're
characters.
out.
After I forgot what season it was, I was just like, I can't.
Yeah, I can't do this anymore. Yep.
Which is understandable.
And they pulled the kill your gays thing twice. Twice.
yeah.
God. No thanks.
There's Stray that I'm really excited that actually it's coming out. It's coming out in 2 days. Where you play as a cat, but in a robot apocalypse.
Nice.
And
I
it's
just read the
so
Walking
cute.
Cat manga. It's so cute. I highly recommend it.
Oh. But yeah, and you're just a little street cat. And you're walking around full of robots. You're trying to get to someplace. But I was like, I want it because I want to be a cat.
That sounds adorable.
It sounds so cute. Saints Row is coming back. In August. Lord of the Rings Golem is coming out on the 1st. They're bringing back Last of Us Part 1 and for the PS5, and looking at the PS5 version, I was like, oh my God.
Remastered.
I never finished that. I need to go back and finish that.
It looks...
What? I think I beat it like 5 times.
Yeah, I got stuck in one part and I went, oh yeah, now there's 5 other things I want to play. And I just never ended up going back to it.
Best game ever made.
Yeah, oh, it's I watched people like playthroughs. It's beautiful, but
Love the
I just
story.
I got stuck and I went, oh, I'll come back to it, and then I never did.
Yeah, I'm seeing the screen of like between the remastered and the PS5 version, and the PS5 version, like it looks like, you know how Grand Theft Auto, GTA, how it was like with the polygons, and then you look at like the newest one and you're like, oh my God, like you could see the different, they did it with this. It looks like the remasters, like the polygon version, and then PS5 Ellie looks like a legit child now. That's coming out. I do want to play Splatoon. I never played Splatoon, so I'm excited for 3 to come out. Let's see. Oh, Gotham Knights. That's also another one.
Yeah, I'm praying that's good. I hope it's good. I hope it's like Arkham.
I hope so too. Of course, another Call of Duty game is coming out.
Suicide Squad game. I think that got pushed back, right?
Let me see. Coming out October 28th.
I think that got pushed back. But I'm hyped for that too.
Yeah. Ragnarok is coming out November 9th. Which is around the same time Pokemon comes out. It's like the week after Ragnarok comes out. Final Fantasy Crisis Core Reunion. That will be for winter. Okay, so Sonic Frontiers. Thoughts? Have you guys seen the trailers for it? Okay. Well,
it's a remake of Sonic?
It's not a remake. No, it's an entirely open world Sonic game.
What?
Interesting.
So they're trying to go like Breath of the Wild with it. And it's really in the stages of development. So they said it's coming out holiday of 2022. I just hope it's not a Sonic 06 thing. because they rushed that, and
Mhm.
Sonic 06 was not good. There was a lot of bugs and just evil bad. So this time, it's open zone.
Oh.
Yeah, it looks. Let me see if I can.
Yeah, I'm looking it up on IGN right now. Gameplay. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I'll send you the link, Lenny.
Oh, thank you.
I wondered though, I'm like, how do you like reinvent Sonic? Because like, it's fun. I was just talking about this the other day, that type of game, not that it died, but like, say like Crash Bandicoot, Spiral, like they all had
Mhm.
like their, I guess like in the early 2000s, it was kind of like that was like the game. But I don't really know if people necessarily play that type of game anymore. So maybe this is a cool way to try to keep Sonic around.
I think, yeah. I mean, you do have your diehard Sonic fans.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have those that like Sonic casually. To be honest, I don't know who this is for. I don't know many people ask for an open world Sonic game, and to be honest, I think after a certain point, I don't really know which game. Well, probably Sonic 06 is probably when things kind of went like downhill with the games. And then it slowly kind of picked back up with Generations, and like there was that Sonic fan game that was really good that came out that kind of like brought back a Sonic renaissance, I guess you can say. What was the last Sonic game? The last Sonic, and you know, Sonic Boom was Sonic Boom, and yeah. Let's see when the last Sonic game was. Sonic Origins was the last one that came. Oh no, was it Origins? I don't think it was Origins. There's too many Sonic games. That's the other problem. Oh my God, it's a lot. Frontiers. So that was the one, I think. Yeah, Frontiers. No, Origins. It is Origins. Okay. That was going back to the 2D. So it was a compilation of Sonic CD, Sonic 2, like they brought back all of the older games. But Sonic Forces back in 2017, that was when they were trying to go edgier, and they went post-apocalyptic, and then you can make your OC in the game. So that was like the last like full one since like Sonic Origins, where it has all those games. So we'll see what happens. But the Sonic music is always fire. So
Yeah.
I can say that for Sonic. Sonic's music is amazing. Okay, so that is our game. So now we're going into our next segment, which I was trying to do so flawlessly before, and it did not happen. Is Screening Besties. So this segment, we're going to be talking about movies and things that we're looking forward to or already watched. So that can be anywhere from anime to movies or dramas or like TV shows and everything like that. So ladies, what have you been screening, and what would you like our audience to know? What to go see, what not to go see, 10 out of 10 recommend, that type of thing.
I haven't sat and watched a movie in a long time, but I'm waiting for the woman who was King, the Viola Davis movie.
Yes.
I learned about that tribe a while ago, just because it showed up on a Weird History Facebook story.
Mm-hmm.
And so I went down a rabbit hole and I went, they should make a movie about this. Now they're making a movie about this, and I need to watch that. I'll go back to the theater and pay $12 for popcorn for this.
Mm-hmm.
That looks amazing. The trailer is I haven't been hyped for something since the first Wonder Woman. Like the first, like that, like, oh, I can't wait. The music sounds so cool and it's so energetic, and that's hands down number one. That's what I want to see in the theater next.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I looked at the trailers of that too. And then, of course, you had comments that I saw. I was like, well, the history of this is not exactly, I'm like, let Hollywood tell somewhat accurate history about it, y'all.
Yeah, like I don't think the Pearl Harbor movie went exactly according to history. Or
Like if
Titanic.
it's not a documentary, a
Yeah,
docudrama,
exactly. Thank you.
could be a little.
There's a little bit of leeway when it comes to
Yeah.
Hollywood making history. Yeah, like you said, Titanic is another one.
And yeah, my favorite comments are people like, "Oh, it's woke." I went, "Wait a minute. How is it woke to tell the story about
Amazonian women?
Amazonian women in Africa because that's who they were?"
It's woke because this generation
300 wasn't woke.
has not talked about it. That's why it's woke. It's
Yeah.
woke when someone just rediscovers it and it's
Yeah.
like, oh, everyone should know about this.
Yeah, I noticed that in the library every once in a while. Someone will come in like, "Gosh, there's a lot of women authors on there," and I'm like
They've always been there.
What are you talking about?
They've always been there.
Yeah, they've always been there. Weirdo. But I think I heard a quote somewhere. They said, well, if it's 12% of any minority, all of a sudden people are like, oh my God, that's so much. And it's like, no, that's really not.
No.
I'll have to, give you a citation on that later, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for that one too. What about you, Nadia?
Definitely Black Adam. Super Pets, I actually might want to watch.
Oh,
and
yeah,
most excited for Bullet Train.
I haven't heard Bullet Train before.
Oh my God. So let me read this cast lineup real quick. So it's Brad Pitt, Sandra Bullock, Bad Bunny, Aaron Taylor Johnson, Karen Fukuhara from The Boys, Brian Tyree Henry, Zazie Beetz, Hiroku Sanada, Andrew Koji from My Third Show Warrior, Masi Oka from Heroes. Yeah, and then the list goes on. It's like so many people in this movie. So freaking hype. It's like one of those like crazy action thrillers, but like you think it's gonna be like amazing. Like
right.
All out crazy. And I love movies like that where it's like kind of like nonstop, like The Raid, like the action just like doesn't quit. And I'm super excited for that. And that's my most hype right now.
Yay. That does sound really good. The actors in that sound
amazing. Yeah.
Have you seen The Boys?
Oh yeah.
For the TV show? I'm scared to watch it. I think it's gonna be too much for my little heart.
Nah.
Because like
it's a lot.
Because I've heard it's a lot too, and like Jensen Ackles, who I was a fan of in Supernatural. Thank God that I love Supernatural. I do, but it was just they should have stopped after season 6. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, that's most shows.
Right. But they went on for 14 seasons. 14. Actually 15. 15 seasons.
Yeah, well, I kept hearing like, oh, new Supernatural. I'm like, that's still happening?
It's still happening.
Oh,
it's still happening. Although my favorite one was they literally had a Scooby-Doo crossover. Like they animated them as Scooby-Doo characters. And it was the cutest thing ever because Dean was freaking out over it. Like I'm freaking out now. And he was trying to flirt with Daphne. And I think Sam was like, she has the hots for Fred, right? And I think Dean said something to the effect of like, yeah, but she hasn't met me. He doesn't know what she's looking for.
That's very funny, actually.
Oh my God, one of those.
or something to that effect, that attitude. And it was just so funny to me. So funny. But yeah, so Jensen Ackles is in The Boys. He plays Soldier Boy. Not to confuse with the rapper that we know for Crank That. Because every time I hear Soldier Boy, that's what I think of. It's so bad. But he plays Soldier Boy in it, and he said that the showrunner, Kripke, he was the showrunner for Supernatural. So Kripke was there until season 5 of Supernatural. So their relationship is very well maintained. And apparently there were a lot of like sexual things or some things in the show that made Jensen uncomfortable doing, or he would say to Kripke like, I don't know, man, about this. This is kind of just towing the line here with me. And Kripke would literally put it in the show, and he would do this for anybody. Like if he found like a weakness or like something that like makes people uncomfortable, he wrote it in the show for them to do.
Jeez, was he Stanley Kubrick or
No, but it was just like
Hitchcock? Right?
no, but it was just like more so like a funny type of thing. Like, I know you're uncomfortable with this, but type of thing. I will go look at interviews in that. I may be wrong on how I interpreted it, but the interviews are super funny and they're all so sweet with one another. But let's see, the shows again. I've been on YouTube so much. It's so bad, so bad. But it kind of goes back to like the Critical Role and like and the D&D shows. I've been watching a slew of those. I have been. I want to go. I want to go see Thor. I haven't seen Thor yet. I kind of want to go when like, especially movies that are seem like really hype. I want to go where the hype has gone down to a certain level, so I don't have my expectations be blown out of the water. In a bad way, because when you go to things and people say like, yeah, this is really good, and you go, and then it's like,
man,
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm glad you liked it. I'm not a horror fan. Not really. The horror, a horror movie that I went to see with a couple of my friends was Freaky. And that wasn't really like more so horror as more as like suspenseful and like fun comedy, which I like. So like Evil Dead type of thing, or like Cabin in the Woods. It's not like, it's horror, but to me it's not like sinister horror. Peele's new movie Nope is coming out, and I kind of want to go see it.
I saw a trailer to that. It looks funny.
It's about aliens, but how Jordan does it, I don't know how he does it with horror. Like, I mean, and horror is supposed to have that suspension of disbelief, but then also it's so grounded in our zeitgeist too, as well. So like Get Out was like that same way, especially a couple years before everything came out like socially. Then you had Us, which was very creepy, but that was also, social commentary too about that. And then you have Nope, which probably has maybe some roots in the social zeitgeist. But I also too just love how he names these titles, because I feel like when you put the titles together, it sounds like a message. And I don't know, this is my theory, y'all. But so you have Get Out, Us, and Nope. I feel like there's a message that somebody's telling us to get out.
I'm on this conspiracy train. I like it.
I never thought of that.
That there's an us that's coming out for us, and then the person who's trying to send this message is like, nope, and that's it. I don't know, but I want to send that to Jordan as like a fan letter of like, I don't think you meant this, but here's how my crazy brain thinks how like your movie titles are sending us a message.
Do like a nope, not you, us, get out.
Yes, yes, exactly.
So the next one's not you.
Yes, all in that order. I want to see his reaction, because I don't think anybody has, and y'all do not. I'm looking at the audience directly.
Send that now.
I'm gonna send it now. Do not do this when this comes out. Do not. This is my idea.
It's copyrighted. You copyrighted it already.
Yes, and Jordan, if you're seeing this, which I don't know how, but Jordan, if you're seeing this, just know this is what I think of your movies. Titles, not movies in general. But I do want to see Nope. I think that looks really fun. And again, it has like aspects of horror in it, but I consider it more suspenseful. Like Get Out for me was like suspenseful. Us was creepy and scary at times, but I think that's also more suspenseful too. So I'm excited for that. Oh, there's another. What are the other movies? My goodness, I should have brought up a list sooner. Oh, everything, everywhere, all at once. I want to see. I haven't seen it yet.
Go
That's on my
now.
list, too.
Best movie of the year.
And I
Period.
hear everyone loves that.
I want to watch it just to finally understand the googly eyes meme.
Oh.
I need that in my life.
It's so good.
I don't know. So recently I went home and on a plane ride, and going to my destination, they had Morbius as a movie that you could watch on the flight. And I was tempted. But then I was like, nah, I'm not giving Jared Leto, even though it's free, I'm not giving him the time of day.
Everything about that movie just screams minutes of my life I'll never get back. So I just avoided it.
I don't blame him though. I blame Sony. They just don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, but Jared Leto as an actor too, he's a method actor. And I've been hearing a lot of stories about him. And he also did this on Suicide Squad too, where he will literally be his character 24/7. So for Morbius, and like the director and other actors have confirmed this, that he would, like, they would have to take him, he's in a wheelchair. So he may like the PDs and everybody like move him on set in the wheelchair where he can,
Yeah, I heard that.
He can move.
Oh, like being kind of a diva, like too much.
Yes. So like
And he wants to be the character all the time.
Like what's the word?
It's method acting.
No, not that. Like he's when you run something for too long.
Oh,
it's like not overheating, but
well, yeah,
yeah, basically like he's overdoing it.
Yeah.
And a lot of actors do not like method acting because of that reason. Because a lot of people do like other methods, like you might have heard of like Stanislavski method, where it's like more so of like emotions and emotional memory to bring what you experience into what the character experienced to help you understand the character better. Whereas with method acting, it's like you are the character 24/7. So how they walk, how they talk, how they eat, even to like probably how like their sleep schedules are. And so with Jared, like he would be in this wheelchair, they would have to carry him around, and the days would go, like they would have to shoot a scene and it would take so long because like he has to get help going to the bathroom. He has to be wheeled to like different parts of the set. Or like I think at one point, I guess the character like broke his leg or something like that. And like he would have like one of like, not a cane, but
crutches,
one of the crutches, yeah, around with him. But he also did that on Suicide Squad. So on Suicide Squad, like he gave presents of like dead like snakes and things to people.
Yeah,
on
that's
set.
overdoing it. Like you could be a method actor and do it properly. Like I think Christian Bale's a method actor, and like he lost a lot of weight for roles, and like
yes,
I think if you're like mentally healthy and you know what you're doing, there's a way to like properly do that where you can really feel like the character. Like
for sure.
Heath Ledger.
And no offense to comic book movies, but this is
yeah,
not
like,
Schindler's List or something.
Morbius, like
calm down.
Not really a vampire.
Right.
Dumbass.
Even in Twilight, they knew when to like not be Edward after a while. But it was just like, again, this is not like, they're not going to hand you Oscar for Morbius.
Yeah,
you can
exactly.
Chill, get out the wheelchair. Like,
and how you were saying, Nadia, with Heath Ledger, like it was it was a tragedy because he was so like that character that he became unhinged. And like I teach my kids this too, is like method acting you can take it too far and you could really hurt yourself, both physically and mentally. So you have to be careful. That's why a lot of really a lot of actors just don't like it because of like that reason, because it's in your head. So like if you have family, like you have to be in that character even with your family. And that's so hard, because I feel like you lose yourself. Sometimes you can lose yourself in a character, and that's a good thing, because that means like you and the character's experiences are like, it's seamless. So it's sensible and people can stand you through the screen. But when it comes to like, I don't want to take that home with me. Like if I'm playing a really like a character that's unlike myself, I'm gonna leave it at my job at the studio. And then if I have to get back into it, like I'll pick an experience in my mind or go into a headspace and then do it and then break, like, oh, it's time to eat. Okay, I'm dropping that character so I can
learn
eat.
to turn it off.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. So a lot of actors look at method acting that way. And I think it might have been Robert Pattinson or just some other actors in general saying like the only people who do method acting are just trying to be assholes or just trying to get away with being an asshole. Because that's
kind of weird.
Because that's what Jared Leto was doing. Like he was doing like asshole-ish things on set and claiming it to be method acting.
Yeah.
And he
was
method acting, but yeah.
I hear like off the clock, he's also kind of weird. Like
yeah.
Allegedly he's running a cult.
Playing a role where you have to play, like, say if you have to play blind or if you have to play deaf, like I totally understand that. Like you have to, like, what's his name? Charlie Cox. I thought he was blind. Like he was phenomenal. So I feel like for certain roles like that, like I can understand, like you have to learn experiences. So when I go out to eat, I have to like pretend like I don't see the waiter, but I can hear him. So it's like, I understand like things like that. But like you were saying, like Leto's a freaking nut job, like apparently has like a cult or something. So
yeah,
he was just egging it on.
I haven't heard of the cult and no.
Allegedly, because you don't get sued, you know.
Allegedly.
Yeah. But I've seen documentaries floating around on YouTube, and it's just it's out there.
Damn. Yeah. And I used to like 30 Seconds to Mars. I thought he was a really good singer, and he was a pretty good actor too. But he just seems like he got a little.
It's just one of those people you look at them and go, "What happened to you?"
Yeah, it's funny too because didn't he only win like one Emmy or one Oscar, and that was it out of his whole career?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure.
And I
can't
feel,
remember. Yeah.
And I feel like after that, and I don't think he's been nominated since then, or maybe he has been nominated, but not as much.
But look what roles he's picking. He's not picking something that's gonna, like I said, Morbius is not gonna be your Oscar-winning movie.
No, I don't even know what is it on Rotten Tomatoes. Let's just see.
I mean, even if they did it right, it wasn't going to be.
Even if they did it right?
Yeah. Here's your Golden Globe for that. Now it's not going to happen.
Ooh. Oh, that's odd. So Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 16%.
60?
16.
16. Yeah, 16. That sounds like what I heard.
Generous.
But the audience score was 71%.
What?
Which is very interesting to me. And I guess it just goes to show about like how a lot of people like trash movies, or a lot of people like movies that
you turn your brain off.
Popular. Yeah,
Well, I was gonna say, like, I am not a fan of the Venom movies. I don't think they're good at all. I think people just like it because of Tom Hardy.
Right. Yeah. It says the audience says that Morbius isn't telling the most original story, but cool visuals and fast action keep things entertaining. So
it's shiny and loud, and you don't have to pay attention.
Yeah.
Yes. So turning your brain off.
It's a Transformers movie.
Yeah.
Fast and Furious 32.
Yeah, and it's not like, and that's not to be insulting or anything. It's just it's shiny and loud. You're not there to think. You're there to enjoy the ride.
Right. Exactly. And the critics say, cursed with uninspired effects, rote performances, and a borderline nonsensical story, this dreary mess is a vain attempt to make Morbius happen. Dang, Rotten Tomatoes.
Wow.
Dang.
Jeez. Tell us what you really think.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, that's just so funny. I do want to watch The Gray Man. That's another one. I'm really curious to see how Barbie is going to be because they're in production with Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling.
Bananas. I love it.
I'm here for it.
I'm like, what on earth is this movie going to be about? But
I know.
when I saw the outfits, I was
also, I I want to know the story of how this got greenlit.
For real. Like,
Because
y'all ran out of ideas.
yeah,
Pretty much.
I mean, yo, they remade everything already. I'm still
Just-
waiting for my Polly Pocket and
No.
Rainbow Bright live action movies. I'm still waiting for those. But
God.
in the meantime, we have Barbie.
All I say is do not touch Barats. Please don't touch Barats.
I'm surprised
I
they
think
didn't
they
do
kind
that.
of already
I
did
feel like that
that.
would be like a
Yeah.
CW freeform show.
Yes, and
they had the Wings Club.
yeah. Oh.
The Wings Club was kind of like the style was the same.
And I think they did a Bratz like teenage version
Yeah,
of it too. That
they
was
did
on,
the ones that were
Oh, they
goth
did a
and in high
movie. They
school or
did a
something.
Bratz movie.
yeah, they did.
Yeah,
They did a Bratz movie.
But they did it with teenagers, yeah.
Mhm.
So I don't know about this one. I just want to go again. I think it will be a movie like to kind of shut off your brain. I don't know if it's going to be like a movie like Life Size with Tyra, where like the dolls come to life.
Oh no, I want it to be like
I loved Life Size, I'm not gonna lie.
Life Size
I
was
want
good.
it to be more like a
That was
Legally
Lindsay Lohan in
Blonde
her
type of deal.
peak moment.
Yes. What was that, Lenny?
I want it to be more like a Legally Blonde type of thing, where it's these
Yeah.
pastel, perky characters, but with not like dreary people, but with normal people,
Yeah.
and it's kind of like upbeat and cool and smarter than you would think. You know, that's what I'm hoping, because I never expected Legally Blonde to go the way it did.
True, and it's a musical, so.
And if they don't play the Barbie Girl song during it, then everything was wasted.
They better.
That is true.
Everyone will go crazy.
Yep.
There should be a sing along, so there should be like a bouncing shoe.
Yep. Like with the Disney movies. Yep.
Yep. And I was like, come on, y'all, let's sing together. Oh my god. Jeez. Not speaking of Barbie, but speaking of one of my favorite actors, because I love Margot Robbie. I think she's an amazing actress. Emma Thompson, who is just an amazing human being, and she's a British actress. She's amazing. I love her so much, and I love her personality. I may have to get a Hulu account just for this one, but the movie is called Good Luck to You, Leo Grande, and it's about this woman who feels like she's too old for, like, she's been married for a whole lot of years and she's trying to get her mojo back. And so it's a movie about like doing a fresh start even when you feel like you're too old to do a fresh start. So she calls like the sex worker and they're in this hotel room and she is just trying to find like her sexiness back. And so he's guiding her and she's guiding him in like different ways, like emotionally, even with like the physically. But I think it's like, that's such a great movie premise. And
That's fantastic.
They picked the right woman to play this older woman, because Emma Thompson, also her comedic timing is amazing. But it's on Hulu. I think it's on Hulu now.
Pretty good.
It's called Good Luck to You, Leo Grande.
Good luck to you, Leo.
Yeah, they don't talk about older people much. It's usually when you're past 40, you're not in romances anymore. That's great. I've seen those premises in some independent graphic novels and shorts, like independent shorts, short videos, but never a full-length movie.
Yeah,
outside of Sex in the City, which kind of treats everything like a joke. But
yeah.
I
just wish though this was in theaters, because it's only on Hulu, unfortunately. But yeah, so it's about Nancy Stokes hires a good-looking sex worker called Leo Grande in the hope of enjoying a night of pleasure and self-discovery after an unfulfilling married life. So yeah, so I think that it's a really good premise. I think that it's a story that hasn't, as you were saying, Lenny, it's not a story that has really been told a lot in media. And I just like the message of it. It's like, you're not too old to experience or to relive a lot of the things that you missed out on life. And just, take the bull by the horns and just go for it responsibly.
Of course, yes.
So if there's a lot. If you want to jump off a cliff, have a parachute.
Yes.
Someone with you.
Yes.
If you want to bungee jump, okay, have safety precautions.
Yeah. I definitely want to see that, especially for how I want to see how they portray the sex worker, because I know I would like to see more positive representation of sex workers in media.
Yeah.
Because I know it's, again, doesn't happen very much.
And the trailers of it too are so good. And like even the trailers of him like just talking with her is very soft and very like it's like a conversation. And he's not rushing her for it. He's actually waiting for her. It's like, okay, so what do you want to do? She's like, I was actually hoping that you would help me with that. And it's just like that conversation. Like it doesn't go straight to the sex first. It goes right into like, okay, what can I help you with? Because you asked for my service. So yeah. So I think that's pretty cool. Gosh, there's just a lot of movies that are coming.
There's more media than time.
Yes. Yeah. Which is saying something. It is saying a lot. Oh, I finished watching The Witcher. Amazing series. Love that show. The Witcher is so good. Also finished watching Castlevania.
Yeah.
This was like a while back.
We need to catch up with that.
It's really, I cried though at the end because I was like, there has to be more. Oh, please give me more. And then
it's coming back.
And then it's coming back. And I'm super excited for that.
Good.
It's following like the games. So like I think the first Castlevania was like Castlevania, and now the second series of it is still with Belmont, but I forgot his name.
Belcard?
Yes. So following, I think it's Trevor's and I forgot that lady's names. Yeah, I think it's like it's the continued line. So I'm excited how that happens. And and I just need to catch up with anime. So I'm not even going to spout how many shows that I need to watch. Yeah. It's just a lot. I need to catch up from like 2020, basically. I lost 2 years.
Didn't we all?
Yep. In our Paramore concerts. So so now we're going into this second to last segment called Giving Flowers, where we just talk about or acknowledge a person or people that we would like to give our flowers to. We have lost a lot of people in the industry lately, especially I know for myself, a lot of like voice actors have passed away in the past couple of months or so. And so Jess and I were talking about this, and we thought that it would just be really good to give flowers. So that expression is like, give appreciation and to give love to those who are still here with us, even to those who have passed on, just to give them the recognition that we believe they deserve. So ladies, I'll say to kind of keep a little brief, what is the one person for this month that you would like to give your flowers to?
Does this have to be people that passed?
No, it could be people who are living. It could also be a person that is personally like close to your heart. So it could be a family member or a close friend, whoever you would like.
Or just like someone who like inspires us?
Yeah, it could also be someone that inspires you too. Yeah.
Okay. So I was gonna say John Campio. I am a huge freaking fan. I've been writing reviews for like 7-8 years now, but I'm trying to get more confident on camera. And I've been watching his show, the John Campio show on YouTube, and I feel like everyone on there, they're all so like well versed in their fandom, but very like well spoken and able to like, I guess, get across their point without like telling someone, no, you're wrong. And I feel like that's something that I've been trying to work on, where I'm like, if I don't agree with someone, to try not to sound like, well, I'm right and you're wrong. Like I'm trying to learn how to like take their opinion and roll with it and see why they thought that way, and kind of also like get my point across, and then try to like, I guess, understand, like come to an understanding of why they thought that way.
Yeah.
But he's phenomenal at that. And he's been doing movie reviews for years, and like I feel like that's kind of like the path I really want to go. So he's one I'm a huge fan of. And another is Alana Pierce. She does
Yes,
oh my god,
Alana.
she's amazing. She's so beautiful. She's like so well versed. She knows her shit. Like she's phenomenal. So she's another one too, because like I also love gaming, but like it's like weird. Like I love gaming for myself. I don't have a Twitch account, and it's one of those things I struggled with where I'm like, do I need one to be relevant? And it's like, I don't know. I just like to game for myself, but I do enjoy watching her and enjoying her talk about it. And it's like, I don't know if I want to continue something with gaming or just keep it as something for myself, but she's also someone who I find very inspiring.
Yay. Yeah, she's awesome. And she does know her stuff too.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Because she's in the business, like she knows the ins and outs, and yeah. Awesome. Lenny, what about you?
Okay, I'll do one sad one and one good one. The creator of Yu-Gi-Oh passed.
Yeah.
Kazuki Takahashi. Oh, that was a blow. That there was so much nostalgia there for that series. And it was just that stung. But happy things. To somebody who I've been watching lately, Savvy writes books. I don't know if but that's books are my thing. I love manga, manhwa, graphic novels, but a huge book nerd. And Savvy writes books does amazing book reviews on YouTube. She's also like a self-business owner. She loves pets. Her entire thing is she does an entire series about rescue dogs being adopted from their perspective.
Oh. That's awesome.
And that's her thing, but she does these amazingly detailed, well thought out, and very fair, and much nicer than I would be in some cases. But if anyone wanted to check her out, she does great book reviews, and also exposes writing scams, which I really appreciated because she saved me thousands of dollars personally, because she reviewed a self-publishing school and found it was just a scam, and I was like, I was this close to buying that, and she exposed the whole thing, and I was like, so big shout out to her and thank you for that. Not that she'll see this, but yeah, because she's pretty big in booktube.
Awesome. Let's see. For me, I think and I will always go back to this person who's been, who I guess in a weird way, at the time I really needed that inspiration and that push, and that is Michael Tatum. So I met, and he's a voice actor, anime voice actor. He was Sebastian in Black Butler. He's in My Hero Academia. He's Tomoe in Kami-sama Kiss, and the list goes on and on and on. But at the time, and I met him a few times, but him, Chris Kaysen, and Kyle Hebert, they were my first interviews ever for OMG. That was my first assignment, going alone. Justin's like, you got this. I'm like, okay. And I was a wee baby, because that was I think that had to be the second or third year that OMG first started. And so I had no idea what I was doing. I had questions and everything like that, but I was nervous as hell. But all three of them made me so comfortable. And I don't know why, but I gravitated to Michael Tatum's, just his quirkiness, but he is super smart. He plays piano, he writes a lot for the Funimation shows. And at this point in time, I think I could tell his writing, because his writing is just so intelligent and beautiful and really heartfelt. And so I remember one of the conventions that I wasn't on OMG, just going there, and this was in college, but I written him a poem based on his character Sebastian in Black Butler. And I asked him hey, would you mind to read this in Sebastian's voice? And he gladly did it. And and I still have the video, because it's the second tab that's on my computer that I will forever cherish. And he said to me that that I'm a very good writer and that I need to keep going. And the next day I went to his panel, And I asked him about the writing process and everything like that. And again, he kept encouraging me to keep writing because he said that I was a really good writer. And so I will always remember that in the back of my mind. Like if I'm starting to write things or I feel I have writer's block, I always go back to that moment because that was just really special to me. And that's something that I needed at the time. I needed that validation for work that I just love doing. So there's him. And then my second one, again, because I've been watching a lot of D&D shows and just storytelling and improvisation wise, like the whole Critical Role crew, like, is amazing. If you don't want to start from campaign 1, campaign 3 is still great because it may take some aspects of the 2 campaigns that happen, but like it's a completely different story. The characters are so rich and just like it's so great. Matthew Mercer is a great storyteller, but he's also like an actor. So like he brings that emotion into it. And I mean, all of them are voice actors and actresses and actors, so they're like great. But who I really, really enjoy with their dungeon mastering is Bria Iyengar and Brennan Lee Mulligan. But Bria Iyengar, I just love her energy, and I wish I want to meet her one day. She's just funny and just like her, like I love improv, and she is just like, she's a storyteller and an improver all in one. She takes it, and like her personality just shows. And Brandon's also the same thing too, where like he takes the story and like gives it such personality. They're all just great storytellers, and so I'm inspired by them because I want to be a storyteller too. I haven't gotten to it yet because life. But like I keep watching them and I keep getting, being brought back because of those stories and because how they're told. And so I just want to give those flowers to them. So yeah. Okay, so now
should do writing streams one of these days.
Yeah, that would be so fun. Oh, that will be awesome. I think that will be like an amazing thing.
And we could both all get our writing out.
Yes.
No excuses. Get your word count in.
Yes. That maybe take some, if we do it live, I think it'll be cool if we get like audience suggestions to write in there.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Instead of like drink and draw, like a drink and write.
Yes.
Oh my God, yes.
Yes.
That'd be amazing.
Take a sip every time somebody asks you to write this cliche.
Yes.
We will be drunk. With all the cliches.
We will be dead.
That's true. Our souls will leave our bodies. That will be it.
Be like, what's the word for?
Right. What's the word for
word
the?
again?
What's the word for the? How do you spell it? Oh, that would be awesome. I'm going to write that down.
Yes. Add that to it.
Our drunk and write streams. That would be
Should
awesome.
be like I people always tell me I should increase my online presence, and this is basically the longest my face is online ever. And that's it. And they're like, you should do TikToks, you should do BookTube, and I'm like, I don't have time for that. So that writing stream would be awesome.
Yeah, I think that would be cool. I mean, we do. OMG has a Twitch, guys. We just haven't been on there in a very long time, so it's collecting cobwebs. But if you see us doing our drunken right stream, or well, because of Twitch, we can't really show alcohol technically, but
we're drinking cola.
Oh, you can't drink on Twitch?
You can't show it. I think you can't show, because and we would have to make it like 21 plus probably too. Which I don't
you
mind.
can on YouTube though, right?
On YouTube, I think it's fine. I have to look at the guidelines.
Can you connect Twitch to YouTube and then
I was gonna say maybe we do it on YouTube stream.
Maybe. Yeah, I'll look into the linguistics of that.
Have like guest writers join.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome.
That would be so cool. Okay.
They'll all write better than us and we'll look better.
Okay. No. Remember, we're all going
to
my couplet is going to just be a haiku. Yeah, for a while.
I saw a great meme on Facebook floating around about Shakespeare. They're like, you have to write like Shakespeare and be subtle and lyrical. And then there's a summary of like a guy shows up on stage like, hi, I'm the villain. This is my motivation.
Yeah, that's Shakespeare.
Because that's what he does.
Yeah.
And it's true. And I admire that. The straightforward approach.
Yeah, Shakespeare is not subtle, except with his sexual jokes, though. His sexual jokes are subtle, like if you don't understand.
He was trying to get past the censors at the time.
Oh yeah, and that's why we can still do Shakespeare today.
Yes.
in school.
In school, yes.
Because of that.
That is true.
I remember reading it in middle school and looking at my friends and my teacher like, do you not know what this means? You sure we should be reading this?
I bite my thumb at you, sir. Oh, they're just biting thumbs. Like, no, that means the middle finger.
Yep.
But also with teaching, you have to try to tell them not to curse. So I have a list of Shakespearean insults in like 3 categories that they can spread together.
That's cute.
And it's hilarious. So
I think my mom's favorite was, may your nose fall off and burn.
Yeah.
And I'm like, specific and awful. Thanks, Mom.
Exactly. Yep.
I flip the bird.
Yes. Yep. I bite my thumb at you, and you actually do this. Like you actually like. Yes, you do. Yep. I bite my thumb at you, sir.
Say that to somebody.
Now it's making like, plus stream. Now that we did that.
Right. Oh yeah.
Age restricted. We went too far.
Sorry. All right, so here's our our last segment before we say goodbye. This is called My Dear Watson Q&A. So I'm gonna give our lovely ladies some geeky trivia, and you guys can play at home. So you can pause whenever I say a question and see if you can answer it before our lovely ladies do. So yeah, y'all ready to play?
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
All right, so I got this from the Dorky Geeky Nerdy podcast, just to reference where I got these questions from. And so I'm doing the Avengers one real quick, and this is the easy round. All right, so your first question. I'll say, Lenny, in what year did the Avengers first appear?
Nope. No idea.
So it's not just the movies, but like comics as well.
Oh my God. No, I have no idea.
No? Nadia,
no.
Do you have an idea?
Poof.
62.
Oh, you're so close. It's 63.
Ah, really?
I figured it was 60 something.
Yeah. 1963. Yeah.
I get that point.
I'll give you half a point. I'll give you half a point on that one. That was good. All right, so then I'll take it to you, Nadia. The Avengers were modeled after what DC Comics team?
Was Justice League first?
Yeah,
They
correct.
were first?
Yeah, they were modeled after the Justice League. All right, Lenny, here we go. Let's see. What crossover event starting in 2006 asked readers, whose side are you on?
Was that, oh my God, X-Men versus,
Nadia knows it.
oh my God. Is it X-Men versus the Justice League? I know the Flash and Quicksilver squared off.
No, it's not that one. That's a good one. That's a good one to take out of your pocket, though.
Because because I remember the marketing for that. Okay, I concede.
Nadia?
Was it Civil War?
It's Civil War.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Nadia, here we go. What original Avengers were not a part of the team when they assembled in the 2012 movie?
Okay, do they mean which ones were not part of, like, that are in the Avengers in the movie now were not part of 2012?
No, so they were the original Avengers, like in the comics and everything.
Okay,
before
so
they
they're
did the
saying
first
from the
Avenger
movie to the comics.
Right.
Who
So
are not an original Avenger.
right. I'll give you a hint. There's two of them.
The first movie who they had. No, he wasn't in the first movie.
This can be a little tricky because there's so many Avengers that were in and out of that main team.
Yeah.
But there was specific main members of the team in the comics that they didn't transfer over into the first Avengers movie.
So you're saying which two were in the movie that were not in the comic?
Which two were not in the movie but were in the comic?
Oh, Spider-Man?
No. Lenny, do you have a guess?
I thought he was an original.
Definitely not.
I think Spider-Man came a lot later.
Yeah, he came along later.
Yeah.
Shoot. It wasn't the Scarlet Witch, was it?
No, it wasn't Scarlet Witch. Nadya.
Well, technically, was Thor in the first movie?
Thor, yes, he was in the first movie.
He was in the first movie?
And he's in the original Avengers in the comics.
Yeah, he's in the comic, but I don't remember him being in the first movie.
He was in the
Yeah,
first
he was
movie.
there.
He
Yeah.
was in the first movie? All right, I need to rewatch.
All right, I'll give you ladies a hint. Eventually, these two heroes got their own spin-off movie in the MCU a few years later.
Two of them got a spin-off?
These two
Two of them
Avengers,
together or
of them
two separate?
Together.
Okay. Okay, we suck at this.
I'm doing good. I got like 5 points.
This one, so I'll give you the
I'm
second
just so
hint.
conflicted with the question. Okay, so which two you're saying have a movie now that were not in the first Avengers, but they were in the comic?
Correct. So
Okay.
these two heroes were in the original Avengers team in the comics. However, they did not show up in the first Avengers movie. In fact, they didn't really show up in the first three Avengers movies until they had like their own spin-off movie. Here's the second hint. This movie came out in 2015.
My whole sense of time.
I know, I can't believe it's been like 10 years.
Yeah,
since the first
you couldn't tell me
Avengers.
now it was 2022, for real. Is it Star-Lord and like Gamora or something?
No. All right, this is the last hint. So the hint was that they had their own spin-off movie. The first movie came out in 2015. The second movie came out in 2018. But it still had the first person and they added the second person.
Ant-Man?
Yeah!
Yeah.
Yep.
It was Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah.
And Wasp. Yeah.
The pens.
I never saw those.
I didn't see it.
Not gonna lie, I never saw them.
I can't believe it came out in 2015 and 2018 respectively.
Wow.
Yeah. Let's see, whose turn is it?
Nadya.
Nadya. Okay. Nadya, what Wakandian royalty joined the Avengers in 1968?
T'Challa?
Yeah. Yep, he joined in 1968. All right, Lenny, here you go.
Give me a soft one.
Yeah, I'm trying to do one without dates in it. Okay, this one should be easy. Alternatively known as the Mad Titan, which villain is one of the Avengers' most dangerous foes?
So it's not Galactus. That's a different one.
The Mad Titan.
Thanos is not considered mad, is he? He is. Yep. So
And
yeah,
Thanos.
Thanos. Yeah. He
And
seems
Thanos
kind of
during COVID,
calculating
I
to be
think
mad
he's
to
right.
me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he was calculating, but in his approach to get what he wants, he was mad.
Psychotic.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. All right, good. All right, Nadia, here we go. What two people are credited with creating the Avengers?
Is it Kirby
Mhm.
and Stan?
Yeah, Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. Bow, 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 bow. All right, Lenny. Oh, this one's hard. I didn't even know that one existed. If you want to know what question that was, when Aquatic Prince joined the Avengers in 1985, I immediately thought Aquaman, but he's DC.
Namor. Namor.
Namor, yeah, you're right. Actually, Namor the Sword.
That one I know, of course.
I never even heard of that one. So I'm gonna give you this one. What Avenger uses the Book of Vishanti, the Cloak of Levitation, and the Eye of Agamotto?
Is that Doctor Strange?
Yeah, that's Doctor Strange. Woo woo. All right, so this is the last one in this category, Nadia. Here we go. Between 2008, God, it seems like a millennium ago,
Yesterday.
and 2019, which Avenger has appeared in the most movies? This can also be a trick question because a couple movies and shows have came out since then. But which Avenger has appeared, between 2008 and 2019, which Avenger has appeared in the most movies?
Is it Tony?
Yeah, Iron Man. As of Endgame, Iron Man will have appeared in 10 movies.
Oh shit, didn't even seem like that.
I know, it's a lot, right? All right, so we'll go into one more category. Let's see. How about we do Disney Renaissance? Do you want to do easy, intermediate, or hard?
Easy.
Disney? My Disney knowledge.
All right, let's do
Come on.
Disney. All right, so we go to Lenny. All right, Lenny, let's see if you can dig into your
My
Disney.
brains.
What film kicked off the Disney Renaissance?
Little Mermaid.
Yeah, bonus points if you can get the year.
Was it 89?
You are, hold on. You are correct.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
birthday.
89. Nadia, here we go. What animated film became the first to receive an Oscar nomination for Best Picture?
Lion King.
No.
Cinderella?
No, Lenny?
Beauty and the Beast?
Yes.
Oh, how could I forget Beauty and the Beast? But she's been Lion King.
I know, but Beauty and the Beast came right before Lion King.
Yeah.
Oh. It's funny because I remember seeing Lion King in theaters, but I don't remember seeing Beauty and the Beast. But I'm sure I did.
I think Beauty and the Beast was in 92.
Yeah.
And then Lion King came out in 94.
Oh, it's funny. I clearly remember Lion King.
I mean, it was a pretty good movie. It's my favorite movie of all time. So, all right, Lenny, what film marked the end of the Disney Renaissance?
Pocahontas.
No.
Am I being unjustly cruel with that?
I think that was your opinion.
A little bit.
That kind of came in. Nadia, what do you say?
Does Princess and the Frog count?
No, Princess and the Frog was not in the Disney Renaissance, unfortunately. I think it counts as the new Renaissance.
Yeah, it was because that was post Frozen.
So would it be Mulan?
No. Lenny, do you have another guess?
Treasure Planet?
No, but that's such a good movie. It was Tarzan.
Oh.
Yep. Yeah.
Tarzan ended it. I mean, Tarzan's a pretty good movie. So I guess they ended it on a pretty good note. All right, so we go to Nadia. Which movie took place in 1482 Paris? I'll give you bonus points to sing a song from the movie. Also, I'm not taking part of any points because this is like whose line is it anyway? Where the points?
Oh, give me a hint.
Sanctuary. Sanctuary. Lenny knows.
1942.
Yeah, 1942 Paris.
1442.
14, yes.
1442. Who was in Paris?
During the medieval era.
Nah, it can't be the Hunchback.
Is that your final answer?
Esmeralda, Hunchback?
Yeah, you're right. It's the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Oh, yeah.
Bonus points if you could sing a song from it. Lenny, I'll give you a point if you can sing a song from Hunchback.
I'm not singing, but I will say it was the first time they used CGI in a crowd, and it's dated as terrible.
Yeah.
Really? I gotta rewatch.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Hellfire is one of my favorite ones.
That's the
Favorite
best.
song.
You'll have to
Oh my
get me
God,
very
what's the name?
inebriated to
How
get me
dumb
to
am I? Just remembered.
If you want me to sing Hellfire, there's not. It's gotta be karaoke and booze involved.
Such a good.
Just
a
meet
great
karaoke
song.
day.
Yeah, karaoke. That would be amazing. I think it's Lenny's turn. Okay. Which movie's first trailer was simply the opening 4 minutes of the finished film? Which I did not know, and that's hilarious to me.
Waiting 4 minutes.
So they must really have liked this movie.
It's not Toy Story.
Toy Story was not a part of Disney yet.
Not part of Disney yet. We need a hint.
A hint? You may get the let's see. I think any hint that I give you will probably give it away. But there's a shadowy place that I must never go to.
Lion King.
Yep. Yep, it was The Lion King, which I think is hilarious. And it's also pretty funny too. So Pocahontas came before Lion King. And so they split the team. So one team was doing Pocahontas while the other team was doing The Lion King. And they thought Pocahontas was going to be the movie that The Lion King became. So I just think that's so funny. All right, Nadia. Oh, this is an easy question. Easy peasy. In what movie did we follow the title character from zero to hero? I'm a damsel. I'm in distress.
Mulan?
No.
She's the only hero.
Lenny, do you have an idea?
Damsel in distress in a Disney movie.
I'm a damsel. I'm in distress. I can handle it. Have a nice day.
No, no, I can't think of it. It's probably it's on the edge of my brain.
Let me see if I could give you another hint. Let's see. Who put the Glad in Gladiator?
It's Hercules.
Yeah.
Oh my God! How did I not
get?
But she didn't become a hero.
No, but
there's a song in it, Zero to Hero.
Zero to Hero, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Who put the Glad in Gladiator? Hercules. Yep. And I was speaking Meg's quote.
Yeah.
When she's like getting held by the centaur. I'm a
gotta
damsel.
rewatch all these.
So good. So good. So good. I think it's Lenny, is it your turn?
No, I got Hercules.
Oh, okay. Okay, so Nadia. Here we go.
No, I think that was my question though.
Oh yeah, I think it was Nadia's question. So it's your question, Lenny.
Oh, okay.
What movie won a Best Song Oscar for Colors of the Wind?
Pocahontas.
Yeah.
Easy one.
That was too easy.
That's like Be Our Guest.
Yeah.
Oh, you will get this one, Nadia. You've been saying this movie. What movie had a Hun named Shan Yu and a dragon named Mushu? Yeah. I was gonna be so upset after all this time. He was on and he didn't get it. I was going to scream at the top of my lungs. All right, Lenny. What movie was the first theatrically released sequel by Disney? So this was the first sequel ever by Disney.
Theatrically released.
Theatrically. Because I think after this, all of the other sequels went to home, went straight to home.
Direct-to-home DVD.
Yeah.
I think I noticed.
Not Toy Story?
No. So remember, this is Disney Renaissance. So Pixar wasn't picked up by Disney until like, I think, late 2010s. Because I remember that they...
The only thing I can think of is but honestly, Frozen. Frozen 2.
No, it's not Frozen 2. It's that
Isn't
new.
it? Oh,
Yeah, go ahead, Nadia.
isn't it Lion King?
No, that
that
one
went
went straight to
direct to
DVD.
No way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love that movie. A lot of plot holes, but I love that movie.
Which one then?
Yeah.
I don't think anybody would.
Huh.
I don't think anybody would get this, but it was The Rescuers Down Under.
Oh wow, yeah.
Oh,
But
God, I love that movie. Ah,
Another
totally underrated.
one. Yeah, it was the first one that was sequel that was first theatrically released, which is really interesting. I didn't know that. All right, Nadia, you're gonna take us home. This is the last question. What movie featured a street rat, a princess, and a kleptomaniac monkey?
It's the hardest.
Aladdin?
Yeah. What did you say, Lenny?
That's the hardest question ever. No,
Oh.
I'm sarcastic.
Yes, it is Aladdin. Woo! Yay! See, that wasn't so bad. With
That was
Disney
fun.
Renaissance.
Apparently, I
Yeah.
need to brush up on my Avengers knowledge.
Yeah. Yeah, on my Disney.
And you know, as we move on with the girls' night in, I'll take more and more trivia. I'll make it even harder. So that just means you need to know all of the things. And both of you looked at me like,
This turned
please
into
no.
homework real quick.
But it's fun homework though.
Homework.
It's fun homework. All right, ladies. Well, that was, I don't know how many episodes of Girls Night In we have had since. 5 or 6, maybe. I don't know, but it's been a while. But it's been so nice to catch up with y'all.
Yes.
So now where can we find you lovely ladies? So we'll go with Lenny. Go.
Your best bet is to start from my blog, which is literaryloon.com. It's where I post everything I do. My books are there. You can go to my author website there, my needlework there, Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff.
Yay. And Nadia.
GothamGeekGirl.com. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, trying to TikTok, Facebook, predominantly Instagram, and most of my reviews will be on GothamGeekGirl.com and also some on Otakus Geeks.
Yay, please do more TikToks. I want to see some of them. And me, you can't find me anywhere on the internet because I have no social media. But you can always catch me on, I will try to be on OMG a lot more often. So if you see our Twitch stream, it is at Otakus and Geeks. When we have been doing it, it has been really fun. So I'm trying to see if to pick it up again. And then also, of course, on ONG, where you can find everybody. Maybe one of these days, I'll get a social for ONG. We'll see what happens. I wouldn't hold your breath though. But you can still find me here on our the Girls Night In. And if you at home have any suggestions on any topics that we should talk about as the ladies of the Geeks, please let us know. We would really like to hear your suggestions and just have a fun little, this is kind of like a sleepover thing. That's why I named the show this way. So If you have any suggestions or anything, we'll call it giving popcorn. If you have some popcorn that you would like to give us that we can gobble up while we talk and everything like that, just let us know. But yeah, so we are going to say a good night for this girls' night. And thank you so much to Lenni and Nadia.
Thank
Y'all
you.
are amazing. And yeah, so as Justin will say, later days. Bye.